yourself in that fourth quarter, just by the way you were lighting up 3 points. Just your thoughts on how the game ended.
We lost. So about it. It's another loss at home. We've been struggling here this season. Finding our shot, finding rhythm. So it's really hard to, when you're shooting in the 30% range.
Once you kind of got it in there and got it cut to 1, what did they do to just adjust when they went on that 6-0?
Well, we missed some shots and then didn't get back. Didn't get the stops we needed. Didn't pay attention to Scott. A lot of, tendencies. Greg Monroe letting him drive left. There's things that we, got to realize that are, while the game's going on and try to cut off.
When you hear Coach yell left, never yell left, as difficult as that when you see him go by?
It's tough, but this is how it goes sometimes, There's a couple unfortunate mistakes that we made and end up costing us the game.
Deron, is this one that got away from you in terms of the team with a similar record to you guys? I mean, Chicago was a great team. This is not Chicago.
Yeah. It's definitely one we let slip away. One we'd like to have back, but we have a chance to play them again on Friday in their building. So hopefully we come ready to play.
When you look back, is it the second quarter and the beginning of the third that was the difference?
Yeah, I think so. I think we won the third quarter, but the second quarter was really lopsided, and that's where they got their confidence. So I mean, if you had to put your finger on one moment, that's probably it.
Is it perplexing to you, why you guys have such a hard time, especially in this building, getting off to a slow start?
It's a good vocabulary word. Perplexing. I don't know. I'm not going to complain about the arena. It's not. There's no excuse for, losing at home, missing shots, whatever the case is. We just got to play better.
I know it's a tough time now after a loss, but tomorrow's a day that we find out if you make the All-Star team. Are you thinking about that at all? What's your thoughts going in?
Not really. If it happens, it happens. Sure, I'll get a call from somebody. I don't plan on watching, so actually probably be in the air. But definitely, I think it's an honor to, like I said, to make the All-Star team. I made it twice now, and it's always great to go down there and be a part of All-Star Weekend. The festivities are great. I think the NBA does a great job of putting on a lot of events. It's not just basketball events, but in the community and giving back, and it's just a great thing to be a part of.
Mark Marchand, we know, is going. He said to us earlier that he wasn't sure because he's been out and missed so many games. He wasn't sure if he would get to go, but obviously he got the call.
He definitely deserves it. He's only missed like 6 games. So, he's one of the top scorers out of rookies. So I mean, it would be hard to leave him out.
That's probably the one. I tried to make the right basketball play, make an extra pass to a good shooter in the corner. We didn't get the shot that I thought we would, so if I could take it back, I would have shot it.
Is it one of those things where you're trying to be a team player, but sometimes you get it?
Of course. I'm a point guard by nature. The nature of our team and injuries and stuff, I've been forced to look to score a little bit more, but that's just instinctual. I see somebody who's a good shooter next to me in the corner, I always make the extra pass. Usually the basketball gods are working in favor, and that shot goes in.
For you, what was this one like when you guys battled all the way back, cut it to 1, and then kind of let them go on?
It was good to see us fight. It's tough. This schedule has been tough. We've been banged up. We're playing every day. Sometimes you just don't have energy, but for us to find a way to get as much as we could and to make it a game and to fight back, it was good to see. It's tough and nobody likes to lose, so that's a little disheartening. But on top of that, aside from that, we can go to Detroit and try to get one and still win there.
What was Coach's message that early timeout in the third quarter? Because you guys seemed to heed whatever message it was. You guys kind of flipped a switch and came back on.
Just that we needed some more energy. We needed to play together with a little more enthusiasm.
Was this kind of a synopsis of the season? You fell behind by a lot, came clawing back, and came up short?
You write it. I don't look at it like that. Just there's ebb and flow in every game. You just got to stick with it and play to the end. It's not over till it's over. We can go up by a lot and lose a lead, or it could be vice versa. We can stay, lead change throughout the whole game. It doesn't really matter how it ends up. How it starts out. So we just have to continue to fight, stay together. Believe that when guys come back from injury, we we can gel together and get on the right foot.
What can you say just about that fourth quarter from Deron Williams?
Excuse me. He was amazing. He was feeling it. Stopped him on the 3-point line, on double drag, shooting shots. He's a great player, and anytime someone of his caliber gets going, it's tough to stop.
To say we fought back, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, man, 50-50 balls at the end. We didn't come up with it. So it was just tough, man. But we fought back. Everybody did. We got better defensively, but we got to create better energy. The times we get just, I don't want to say lazy, but we just don't have energy and everything's a step slow. So we're doing everything, but it's just a step slow and teams to execute against us.
I know that if you knew the answer, you would do it. But is there anything you guys can try to start, at the start of the game?
I mean, it's not every game, but I mean, it's a team thing. We just gotta look at each other. Everybody just do it. We just gotta be something. We just gotta do it. We just can't let it happen. So I don't know, man. We gotta find a way to get the crowd in the game. We gotta feed off that. We gotta feed off each other and create our own energy.
Quite a few plays in the first half where you guys lost track of their men, or they executed really good offense and got easy layups. What was going on there?
Same thing. We were executing, but everything was a step slow. So if it was a rotation, it's a step slow, and we wasn't really communicating all the way through. Or it was a game plan we messed up on. So when we have good spurts defensively, everybody's communicating, everybody's rotating. Nobody's missing the assignment. Everybody's following the game plan. And then we can get in transition. Now Darren's getting on the break, Jordan getting open shots like that. Since your 40-point game, these last two games, not so much. Teams guarding you differently? Definitely. Face guard. They're not leaving me on pick and rolls. They're not sucking in defensively. But it's giving guys like Jordan Williams and Hump and Shelden. They're getting those little ducking passes. The guys aren't rotating to them, so it's good. But at the same time, I just gotta make sure I'm continue to move. We gotta continue to play fast so everybody can get open shots and how to take contested jump shots at the end of the shot clock.
Seems like I know the team went to you early, trying to establish you a little bit early. You took the first 3 shots for the team. You didn't have a good shooting the first half, 1 or something like that. I mean, was it the defense or was it you tonight?
Probably. I mean, I always say it's me, but whether it's my shot selection or it's just the fact that teams aren't playing differently, I can control the shots that I take. So this is the main thing, is just getting better shot selection when teams are guarding certain things. Also, just trying to make sure that we make an extra pass and continue to play in transition, try to play fast so we can get open shots. So we want all to take contested shots.
With the All-Star announcements, Marshawn's going now. Tomorrow, I guess, is the big day when everybody finds out. What do you think? How you feeling about your chances?
Just gonna wake up and do what I always do. If I get chosen, I get chosen or not. I'm gonna cheer on Marshawn because he deserves to be in it. I'm gonna watch All-Star Weekend like I do every year.
When do they actually announce?
No, they haven't announced. They haven't announced the date yet.
Reserves are tomorrow, and then everything else.
I always wait for the movie to come out.
Started and I guess ended.
I think we came out, with some energy and somehow, over the course of the first quarter, we came out sluggish. We dug us up a hole and then trying to play catch up with everything.
He does just the way you guys were able to come over and just kind of talk about what it means to stick on and watch it play, how it happens.
Well, when we finish this up, this team, we're looking bad. We still have going to feel the whole game, and then we have to feel the whole game a lot of times. We have energy to at the end of the game, when we're live, to go back home. That's something that makes sense.
So just a couple of things here and there, and you kind of to one, and then they're going to 6 switch off.
Like I said, we fighting and staying, exert a lot of energy. Teams don't make runs. That's the way the game is. Teams don't make runs. We know it, and we can answer both players.
Was it just frustrating to the way the game with the goals right? Were you surprised that the energy wasn't there?
Yeah, I mean, especially when we play against the Nets, they was mentioning last time the Nets played in better shape, and just something that we can do, we can come out, with those energy and energy.
Shelden, what did they do offensively that allowed them to score all those points?
I think they're just making that extra passes, finding each other in good situations and taking advantage of it.
Did you get upset that you just left them?
I think it's leaning more towards upset of how we started this game. We had no energy, and we got to do a better job of having more energy in the first half. We can't play one quarter or one half and beat teams. So we got to do a much better job. We tried to wake them up a little bit at halftime. We had a much better third quarter, even though we didn't start the third quarter off great. But we just, this was a team that had more energy than us, played with a lot more enthusiasm, and again, we got to generate more energy in this building. We got to generate more energy when we're playing at home, and we just didn't have it tonight.
What did you say to them in that early timeout in the third quarter? Because it looked like a different team right out of it.
I can't repeat it.
Okay. Regarding Deron Williams in that fourth quarter, obviously was very effective. What can you say?
Well, again, he was battling, and he's trying to keep us in there. And just when we get close again, then we turn the ball over, and we don't execute. We just fumbled a lot of balls tonight, and we got to do a better job of catching and finishing in the paint.
You said this just about how your margin for error is so small given the circumstances with the roster. Does that just make it more frustrating for you? As you say, when you get back and then...
Again, I try to stay away from frustration. Our guys overall play hard. This wasn't their best night. We got to do a better job of starting games and understanding what we're doing. I was shocked that the score was 20-20 in the first quarter with the way we were playing. And then they came and saw with the way we were playing, they turned up their intensity. But again, our guys got to understand it's kind of the same thing when we play a team the first time, especially if we beat them. They're going to go after us. And I hope we have more energy on Friday knowing that they beat us tonight.
Avery, it seemed like you guys tried to go to Anthony to establish him right at the start. You missed the first two shots, and I'm wondering if that had some sort of an effect on the rest of the team, sort of set the tone.
Well, I just think, we tried to get him going a little bit early, and shots didn't go. And then later in the game, they switched Prince on him, and Prince is a terrific defender. And he kind of sniffs out all of your plays. Anthony didn't have as much space, but because Anthony didn't have space, then other guys had space. Jordan Farmar had more space. Deron had space. So I would say for Anthony, they did a nice job on him tonight. When you score 42 points, last week, you're going to catch everybody's attention. And we got to do a better job of setting screens and getting them over.
Every 50 points in the paint, is there anything you guys can do to lessen that number? Or you should
well, we've been giving up a lot of points in the paint. Right about that amount on average. We got to do a better job of defending penetration, do a better job of playing our pick and roll defense. Really good defensive teams there on the string, and we're inconsistently on the string covering for each other. So, and then unfortunately, our best defender goes down with some sort of foot situation, and he has to have an MRI tomorrow, and it's not looking great.
That was what I was going to ask what Keith. He had hurt his, that was his foot.
Hurt his leg and hurt his foot, rather, and we'll see what happens when he come out of the MRI.
How tough is that to see that happen? Again, at this point, is it just like, what's your reaction?
Well, my reaction is, it's really tough when we're screaming like, 50 times. We don't want Monroe to go left. He's a left-handed player. He has two left hands. So we screaming we don't want him to go left, but we still allow him to go left and dunk on us. And as a result, Bogus is tangled up inside and comes down wrong. So it's just unfortunate that we didn't execute and defend somebody's individual strengths, and Bogus get hurt on the same play.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.